Okay, listen. Before I get into the tips for interviewing, I got to go over one thing. One thing. Young people, do not skip your interview. For some reason, there are a lot of people now that think it's okay to set a time for an interview and then just not show up. Maybe it's the good economy. Maybe it's that unemployment's at an all-time low. I don't know what it is, but I will tell you this. When I was growing up, and when so many others were growing up that are older than I was, or even just a little younger than I was, if you set an interview for a company, you always showed up to that interview, or you called them and told them that you were not going to make it, or text them or email them or something and let them know that you're not going to be there. Just not showing up for an interview is rude. It's so rude. It's rude on anything that you set an appointment for, whether it be a doctor's appointment or an appointment to meet somebody. Being late or not showing up is rude. What it says is it says that my time is more valuable than anybody else's time, and I don't care about anybody else's time or about them. And I know that's not true. I know that you guys are not that selfish out there. I understand that. But I'm just going to share with you, whenever you're supposed to be someplace, be there 10 minutes early. Is there a real problem being there 10 minutes early? Isn't it just as easy to be 10 minutes early as it is to be 10 minutes late? And if you're not going to show up to an interview, if you've changed your mind, you said, I don't want to do this, I talked to somebody, I don't want to do this, you're not going to hurt the interviewer's feelings. They're not going to pressure you into showing up for an interview. Just text them or call them or email them, whatever is appropriate, and say, thank you for the opportunity, but I have decided not to interview for this position. It's okay. You're not hurting anybody's feelings. But what you are doing, if you set an appointment and you have somebody of a management level that's going to interview you, they're taking time out of their day and setting aside time to be able to talk to you. And then you just choose not to show up. They've changed their whole day around just so they can talk to you, because they want you to feel special, because you are special. And they want you to feel welcome, because you are welcome. And they want to consider you with the utmost regard because you're worth it. And then you respond back to them by saying, you're not worth it because I'm not going to show up or I'm not going to be on time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a problem that may haunt you the rest of your life if you don't change it now. If you don't change it now, because I will share with you one thing. As much as I know that the sun's going to rise tomorrow, the economy runs in cycles. It runs up and down. And right now, our unemployment rate is at the lowest it's ever been in the history of this country. That will not stay that way forever. It will change. We will have high unemployment. When we have high unemployment, what happens is you're looking for a job and companies don't need people. And you're looking for a job, so you really need to stand out. So then you show up to your interview on time, but of course, we have computers and software nowadays, right? We have appointment software that keeps all of our appointments in there. And when you make an appointment and your name pops up that you didn't show up for an appointment 2 years ago, you just chose not to show up. If I'm an interviewer and I see that pop up in my calendar, I may just say, nah, I don't need to interview this person. I'm not even going to take the chance that you might waste my time. Do you see how this could really come back to haunt you in the future? So here, be courteous. Ladies and gentlemen, just be courteous. It's really just about being nice and being a good person. Either show up for your interview, show up early, and get there so that you can have your interview on time. Or email, text, and call and say, I'm not going to be able to make my interview. Thank you so much for the opportunity. If you do want to reschedule, you can request that you reschedule. But once again, know that the interviewer is not worried if you got sick. They're not worried if your kids are sick. They're not worried if your car broke down. They're not worried if you had a flat tire. And they're not worried about anything that matters to you in that area. All that matters to them is that you show up on time. So if you ask to reschedule, they may not reschedule you because they've already set aside this block of time. They've moved it out for you instead of having somebody else in there. So just realize that what you do really matters. Your actions really matter. As I've always told my friends, don't apply for a job, because when you do apply for a job, somebody in your house will get sick or die, or it'll just be a family emergency. It seems like that's everything that everybody always says when they don't show up for an interview. Don't make something up. Just tell the truth. Say, I'm not interested, or I've changed my mind. It's okay. You won't hurt anybody's feelings. And frankly, as an interviewer, I'll appreciate the truth for a change.